Hello and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to do a kid-friendly snack. You know those cheese crackers that the kids go crazy for, and even the adults, you know, they sit there and they go after it. Once you put your hand in that bag, you can't take it out. Anyway, we're going to make this at home, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can achieve it in your own home and not stop, but at least you cut down on buying those cheese crackers in the store. So let's make some cheese crackers. So here are the ingredients for our cheese crackers, or little mini cheese crackers here. I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour. To that I'm going to add a half a cup of coconut flour. If you don't have coconut flour, you can either use corn flour or you can just go totally all-purpose flour. It doesn't matter. Okay, I just wanted to I like using the coconut flour in various things, in cookies and stuff. If you haven't tried coconut flours yet, I think you should. If you're a baker or if you like to make cookies and stuff like that, it's very good. Anyway, so half a cup of coconut flour, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and here I have 12 ounces of cheddar cheese, grated cheddar cheese, and I have here 12 tablespoons of butter, and the butter has to be really cold, has to be very cold, and we're going to use a few tablespoons of iced water. I still have the water and ice, and then you need some salt just to sprinkle on top when you're done. But let's get everything together here and put this dough together, and we'll go from there. So in my bowl here, I'll begin to mix my dough. I put my butter back into the freezer this time, so that it can just get a blast of chill, so that it will remain hard as I want it to for the mixture. So that's the flour, all-purpose flour, coconut flour, the sugar, the salt, the paprika, and we'll give this a mix. Let's give this a whisk. Just combine everything: the salt, the sugar, the flour, and the coconut flour gives it a wonderful fragrance too, so that's very good. To the flour mixture, we're going to add our cheese. Let's break this up and let this At this point, we're going to go in with our hands. So I'm going to just get my hands, wash my hands, and we'll get into that. Let's remove this. I like to rub the cheese into the flour and also the butter into the flour. But I want to do the cheese first. Get the cheese all in there. Then let's grab our butter from the freezer. It's nice and cold. Just drop them in there. And now we're going to get the butter and the cheese. So here we go. I'll use my pastry cutter. Just like if I'm going to make I'm making a pastry dough. Because I knew that doing it by hand would take quite a while. So I have a shortcut here. So I'm going to do it with the pastry cutter, then I'll show you what it looks like. So here we are. And this is what it should look like. Crumbles, like it's very crumbly, very crumbly. Everything is mixed in, the sugar. And I still like to have some pieces of butter hanging out there. All crispy and everything. Okay, so now we're going to add our water. And we just need maybe about 4 tablespoons. Let me pop some ice back in here. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if it comes together like this. That would be great. I may need 1 more tablespoon. I may need 1 more tablespoon. It's coming together, but it's still a little crumbly. So let's do it a favor. So that's 5. Let's give it an extra one. 6 tablespoons of ice cold water. And we just squeeze this together. We're not kneading this dough, we're trying to bringing it together. And then we're gonna put it back in the refrigerator for at least an hour before we work with it. Good. Okay, it's together as it could be, as well as it could be. So and we'll divide it. I'll divide it in 2 halves. Let's see here. Best way to divide it. Right down the center. Because we want to work with this and flatten it into a square. We want to flatten this into a square. If you don't have a baking mat to work on, you can always use a floured surface so it wouldn't stick, you know. Okay. Yeah. Into some plastic wrap. Okay. And this goes into the refrigerator for at least an hour. But you can do it the day before and have it in the refrigerator. But this goes in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour. Put a light dusting of flour on the mat. I put a light dusting of flour on the mat, and we'll just put some on top. So now we're going to roll this out maybe to about a 1/4 inch thick, or a little, or 1/8 of an inch thick. So you just take your time and roll it. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want to bring it apart. And I think you need some more flour. Just I couldn't find anything with a crimp to give it a nice edge, but and we'll keep these edges because then we can roll them back together, put them back together. Oven is ready. And we want to cut them in like 1-inch squares. So you can just eyeball it, or you can measure, but I'll just eyeball it, you know, and just keep, may not be perfect, but hey. So they're all arranged, and they leave a little space in between it. And this step is totally optional. You know, I just like to see the little decorations. But you take the back of a skewer, that blunt edge, and you just poke a hole in the middle of the cracker. Okay, I'll go through and do the rest, and they go into the oven 375 for about 15 to 18 minutes, and your oven set at 375, and we're going to bake these for about 15 minutes. So in they go, and they're going to be there for between 15 and 18 minutes. You just keep checking on them. Now that we're done rolling it out to a nice 1/8 of an inch thick, I'm going to use this cookie cutter because I like the edge and give it a nice little edge there. And we're going to see how many we're going to get from this. instead of doing the squares. So let's go ahead and it'll come out to a nice little round. And the edges, the other edges, you're going to hold on to the other edges because you're going to put them back and roll it again and make some more biscuits, some more crackers. So here we are, and this next step is totally optional, but I just like to decorate them with a few little holes, like 3 or 4 holes in there, and one in the center. One in the center. You could either just do one in the center, and that's it. But you can, if you want, you just go around if you have the time. So here we are. Into the oven at 375, 15 to 18 minutes.